Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking a moment to make an angle measuring video in case you need some extra help, extra practice. Okay, so I am in my workbook on page 30. You're welcome to join me there. I also have right next to me the notes that we took in class. If you still need these notes, you can find them on Class Dojo, or you can hit pause on this video and write them down. I also have my protractor. Okay, this was a tool that was in the pack that recently came home. If you need one, please let me know. So we will take a look at this first one. Letter A, use a protractor to measure the angle and record the measurements in degrees. First thing I will do is extend, because those are really short and all I need to do is make them longer. So now I'm able to measure. First step in my notes, so I'm going to refer to this a lot, but maybe without it being on the screen. First step is to line up this open circle on your protractor with the vertex. The vertex is where the two rays meet, okay? So here we have the vertex. I lined it up. Next step, this is step number 2 if you're following in your notes. I'm lining up the 0 degree line. Now, some of you might say, well, why is that the 0 degree line? Because it says 180. There are 2 sets of numbers on there. There are the numbers in the hundreds, so 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. There's numbers in just the tens. Notice these go backwards, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. If we were counting backwards by tens, what would be this line? It would be 0 degrees. So I'm calling it the 0 degree line because it just doesn't have that number on our protractor. So here we go. I've got the vertex lined up. I've got the 0 degree lined up. And now I need to look carefully at those numbers up here. Oh my, I have words behind it, which makes it kind of tricky, but we can do our best. So this is between 30 and 40. You'll see then that this would be the 35 mark. So this is more than 35. It's between 35 and 40. I'm going to call it 37 degrees. Okay, remember our purpose is not to have the exact answer. So if to you it looks more like 38 degrees or 39 degrees or 36 degrees, that's fine. Okay, up at the top then I'm looking for 2 numbers. So I need 2 numbers here. The next number will be between 140 and 150. This is closer to 140, and I can use those little tiny dots to say, okay, 1, 2, and 3. So 143 degrees. All right, so I have 2 numbers. So this is step number 3. I notice the numbers. Step number 4, I'm going to think, and I'm going to look at these numbers. Is this angle acute, right, or obtuse? It is an acute angle. We worked on that in our previous lessons. So because it is an acute angle, which one of these measures would make sense? 37 degrees would make a lot more sense because 143 is an obtuse angle. So that's not going to work. All right. So we are going to say that this angle is 37 degrees because it is an acute angle. We'll do 2 more examples here. This example will start just the same as we did last time by extending. When I extend, then I line up my vertex. That's step 1. I line up my ray. Step 2, I'm lining it up at the 0 degree line. On this side, it does say 0 degrees. Please notice at any time you can pause this video and try this for yourself without hearing my commentary. All right, getting all that lined up. So then looks like, oop, my 0 degree line is not lined up. There we go. So it looks like when it goes through the protractor I have, it's first between 140 and 150. It's a little bit under 145, so I'm going to call it 144 degrees. Coming up to the top then, it's a little difficult because there are words there. let's see if we can figure it out. Right here would be 35. This is 30 and this is 40. So I could draw it or write it there. This would be 35. So let's call that 36 degrees. So I step back with those two numbers and I think which one makes more sense. This is an acute angle again. So because it is an acute angle, which one of these measures would make more sense? 36 degrees will make more sense because it is an acute angle. Now let's take a look. Now I'm over on page 31, going to be on the letter G. All right, this will be our last example for this practice video. So there's one side, here's another side. I'm going to extend it. Oh dear, my paper isn't very flat, which makes it difficult to extend. Oh, that's as far as I can extend. So because that line isn't going to be long enough to reach, I'm going to switch and I'm going to go this way. Okay, I'm just going to think flexibly. So I'm going to, step one, line up the vertex, which we see right there. There it is. Step two, line up the 0 degree line, which I'm using that side. And now I'm going to observe those two numbers. Looks like this is between 30 and 20. Looks like it's a little closer to 30, so we're going to call that 36 degrees. There's one option. The next option, it says this is 150, this is 160. Let's see, this would be 155, so we're going to go with 154. So I'm going to step back, maybe erase some of those so I don't confuse myself on the next one. So this is an obtuse angle, so which one of those makes more sense? 36. Definitely not, because over here in letter B, actually we had an angle that was 36 degrees. And this angle in letter G looks way different, okay? This is going to be 154 degrees. Really? Did I do that right? Let's try it again. Oh, I was not right. This is not 36 degrees because it's not between 30 and 40. It's between 30 and 20. Maybe some of you noticed that and you're like, teacher, come on already. All right, so 26 degrees or 154 degrees. Well, 26 degrees still doesn't make sense because it's clearly an obtuse angle. So 154 degrees is the best answer for letter G. All right, I hope this practice video has been helpful, and we will say, please come to my office hours if you have questions, or send me an email in Canvas inbox. All right, we'll say until next time.